I need your name, I can call you about this, but. You just let her.
If I want more.
Back up for you. Plus, it's
Thank you.
just because I'm a handicapped.
Yes.
Okay.
You can put it
Let's
down
back in,
as,
Jesse. He's got this
status.
card that says 100%.
Mhm.
But I can make the repeat.
Let's do.
IDs, they find a couple of guns. That's not his only case. Yeah, we-
Oh, on that document for the expungement, I haven't signed that.
Did they give it back?
I don't know. Mr. Porter is still here. He'll be able to let you know if he returned it.
My man.
Oh, that's right.
Robert Porter,
Good shot.
if you could speak with the clerk. Oh, yeah, if you could let him. There's a limited time on that.
38.
Mhm.
We're all in the green.
Yeah, I explained all to her and explained to him too.
So,
Handed him the form.
all right, well, we don't have it. All right, is the parties here on Lemuel Richardson? Okay, just hand me that when they're ready. Jeffrey Guerrero,
I'm here.
all right, he's in custody?
Yes.
Okay, just let me know when they're ready, that way I won't just be told it.
I'm swearing the one, this year not for remaining.
Okay.
Just saying, whatever.
All right, Teresa Frias.
Interrupt, Judge.
Okay, so just whenever they're ready.
Do you have the one for Guerrero, Judge?
Yes, I do.
Okay, ready on that for your time.
All right, let me review a couple of things first. Who's here on Maverick? Dennis Ennis?
Not of them are.
Okay. Okay, well, give it to me when you're ready. And on this one, is this Docket?
Yeah.
Is there someone here on a person by the name of Ennis, Enis?
I didn't even know.
All right, could I see the parties on Daniel Guerrero, please? Hi, we were so busy this morning, but I remember this case now. All right. So Ms. Abrams?
Yes,
On this case, probation, you are requesting or have no objection to early termination?
Yes.
And I know the state is in objection to it, but I do remember this case. This is a case that started out as a burglary habitation. Then it was reduced to criminal trespass. And it was this defendant going over to the home to check on the welfare of his sibling.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is what, and I know, I remember your case so well, and I remember telling you, I understand the reason you did what you did, but you're not supposed to do that. So You're still not to have any contact with your brother-in-law. I don't suggest you do that. You understand?
Yes,
And my understanding, he's completed everything.
yes, ma'am.
What have you learned?
I went through the anger management course, and obviously I learned to know my emotions a little bit better.
Mhm.
And obviously they try to teach you to think before you act, so that's obviously the key in the actions that happen, so.
All right, and I'll tell you something else. I imagine it's hard if you have a family member, you think maybe they're being abused by their significant other, whoever it is, you don't think things through, you don't ask questions, your immediate reactions, let me storm over there and check on them. So regardless of whether there has been some type of violence in the past between the parties, you're gonna have to learn to realize that those are relationships. Sometimes you don't know everything that's going on in the household, and then you end up with a criminal case.
Yes.
But at the time, I was wondering why the state was reducing a burglary of a habitation to a criminal trespass. And then when I read everything, I understood why the offer was being made as it was made and why it was being reduced from burglary of habitation to a criminal trespass. And then I understand now why the reason you're asking for early termination. He's completed everything. I haven't received a report from probation that there has been any violations. So I'm gonna grant it.
Thank you.
Although I must say this, counsel,
Yes, ma'am. I'll fix it.
you'll change that. Yes,
And first row, la primera fila.
I'm sorry, what?
Second row, from that side, second row.
Okay, thank you. If you could give that to me, Miss Abrams, I'll sign it. She has one, counsel.
Okay.
I'll just sign that one.
Yeah, I was looking at it. And
Okay. All right, thank you.
it was in the motion, just not in the order, Judge.
Okay. Oh, probation has one, so I'll just sign that one.
Okay, no problem.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
The only time I should see you back here is if you're just coming in to say hello.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There you are. You're welcome.
Pause is here for you. Pause is here for you. Oh. you got it. Which of- You don't know, I don't know. There's so many other stuff. Well, you tell me something. Teresa Plea. My only note. Doña Docket. Bibi's here. Oh, all of those here, yeah.
Just from you.
Can you also get Jordan Armstead?
Not in order, sorry. No, I would just put it on the.
Who's here on Jesse Garcia? And if you have your client come forward.
Don't worry about that, she has 2 cases.
All right. So Mr. Garcia. All right, do you have the CPS records?
Just has to be more discoveries for this. There was an issue with some demon going out finally, I think from the last one, but it has gone out properly now this week. Hoping that it can come in. We're gonna take one additional set of It's released with silence.
And is that the only outstanding discovery?
Unless there's
I think that was it, Judge.
All right. And if this were going to trial, how long would it last?
more than 3 days away.
3 days? All right, Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
set this for a plea deadline date and jury trial in July, please.
July, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I can do July
July when?
first.
No,
How about the 15th?
yes, let's do July 15th.
Yes, ma'am. Judge, is there a deadline on when I have to get me the CPS records?
All right, states, you need to have the CPS records in June.
Sure.
If they're not there, they will not be used unless it's exculpatory. All right, thank you.
No, then I. No, no, see your face, behind your back.
Who is here on Jordan Armstead?
Ready, Robert?
All right, if you and your client will come forward.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, so where are we on discovery?
I believe I have all discovery. I picked up a disk manual inquiry was made a couple weeks ago. I believe I have everything. I've conferred with Megan.
Mhm.
We provided her with the upfront class certificates and
Mhm.
some mitigation evidence. She's gonna tender an offer. If I could have just some time so I can explain the offer to him
Okay,
and.
and how much time are you requesting?
At least 3 weeks, and I believe he wants his family to be involved with.
Okay.
the
How old are
detail.
you? I'm sorry, how?
26.
All right,
And he doesn't have priors. He just wants a conversation with his parents involved.
all right. Norma, recall this for June 12th for disposition.
Couldn't see it in Valerie. Just,
Excuse me.
Well, then, take Levante Patterson. Patterson is not sensible. Judge,
Yes.
I made a calendar mistake. I didn't know that I
Okay.
had Levante Patterson set also.
Mhm.
The Regina, the 144th needs me there. Potentially we're picking a jury.
Okay.
I don't know if it's our case or not, but there's 3 attorneys for trial.
Mhm.
And
So what are you
I have to
requesting?
go, if Levante Patterson, if I can return today, great. If not, if Patterson could be recalled to tomorrow or next week.
Oh, you're talking about Patterson, you're talking about not the
Not
Armstead.
Not on,
Oh, okay,
but I didn't calendar Levante Patterson. That's my mistake.
okay. Let me see that one.
And if I can return, great. I'm gonna be in 144 for a while.
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead. Or if you want to recall tomorrow, it can be recalled tomorrow, or either we can wait for you to return.
Let me see if I can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who's here on Lindsay Hernandez? Yeah. On this one, they're gonna return. We're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 6058. State versus Lindsay Lorraine Hernandez. Can I have parties announce?
Renee Munoz on behalf of Mr. Hernandez.
And are you Miss Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. I remember you. How are you doing?
I'm good, miss. Thank you.
Okay. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes,
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
yes,
Did you understand that?
yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, waiving count one.
No objection.
All right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it? In
Yes.
all the appropriate places?
Yes.
All right, in count two, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes,
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
yes,
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
yes,
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
yes,
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
yes,
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
In my opinion, she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
no,
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
no, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes,
Are you a US citizen?
yes, ma'am.
Just one moment. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
According to the plea, there's a $400 fine to be probated. State recommends deferred adjudication, and this will run concurrent with 718256. Did you understand that to be the plea?
yes,
Defense is at the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State is at the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes,
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years, that there be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service restitution, and felony drug court. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? To
No.
count two, guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State offered to the attachment.
No objection.
All right, did you review the waiver and consent? State, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes,
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
yes,
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
If we may, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, briefly. I've come to know Ms. Hernandez over the last, a little bit over a year. We have been working through her case and she has been working through some issues. She has been present at all court proceedings. She does use the bus for transportation, so not always precisely on time, but she has made some great efforts and strides. There was a pre-screening done with the help of this honorable court to see about potential eligibility for felony drug court. I'm happy to announce that she did meet with felony drug court, and they stated that she does meet criteria to obtain services with them. I do have that document. I did show it to the state. May I attend it to Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
In discussing the felony drug court program with my client, I believe that she can greatly benefit from it. She's willing to undergo all conditions of said program, even if that entails inpatient treatment, if deemed necessary by the felony drug court. So we're asking that the court follow this agreement for the deferred adjudication with the condition of felony drug court, and she's willing and able to engage in that program, Your Honor.
All right, and I know felony drug court may be at capacity, so you'll have to reach out to them.
Yes, Your Honor. I can definitely reach out to Ms. Zamaron. I've been keeping in good contact with her when dealing with Ms. Lindsay Hernandez's case, so I'm hopeful that they have a spot for her there. But I would definitely give her any advice and guidance I can with the help of this court as well to make sure she gets the treatment that she needs.
Judge, may I?
Yes.
I was in contact with felony drug court this morning. They are accepting her case on Friday.
All right, awesome.
Thank you.
All right, that is a very good program.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, referral to felony drug court. The court will note that you've been accepted. This is be concurrent with County Court Cause number 718256. There's a $400 fine. That will be probated. There's to be field visits once a month until she is actually in felony drug court. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Do you have any children?
Yes,
And what are their ages?
10 and 10 up and 20.
All right, there's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. Once she completes parenting classes, those community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else that's needed? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes,
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
yes.
All right, so we're off the record. Felony Drug Court is a great program. It's a tough program, but they will help you and help you maintain your sobriety, but they can only help you if you want to be helped.
Yes.
I will tell you what I tell everybody else. When you graduate, notice I said when, not if. Right? When you graduate, if I'm in town, I always get the notice of when the graduations are. I'll come down and see you graduate.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please go have a seat. Probation will be right back.
Thank you, counsel.
Judge, thank you. I appreciate it. I wanted to see after the court made its notes, if we could proceed on Ms. Frias. I know that earlier.
Oh, yes, I called her.
We had called her, but.
You can have her come down. I just need to put this in the system.
Definitely are. Ms. Frias.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Is there anything else I need to do? Okay. All right, thank you. This is that one. All right, and counsel on Ms. Farias.
Yes, Your Honor. We have a motion to set bond. It should be attached with the court's file, Your Honor.
Okay.
She is currently remanded without bond on a motion to adjudication of guilt. I did speak with the state, they're in agreement with the $5,000 bond being
Okay.
set if the court deems appropriate. The allegations are she picked up some number ones. But at this point, those haven't been proven beyond the preponderance of the evidence.
Okay, all right, let me go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 011808 State versus Teresa Frias. Could I have parties announce?
Andrew Harrison. Renee Munoz on behalf of Ms. Frias.
And are you Ms. Frias?
Yes.
All right. So the defense has filed a motion for a bond. His client is entitled to a bond because it's a deferred adjudication. State, I see written that you all are recommending or agreed to a $5,000 bond. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, state, you may be excused. All right, Ms. Frias, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Teresa Bruce.
All right, so the questions I'm going to ask you, I'm asking these questions so I can figure out what conditions would best serve you so that you can be successful while you're on bond. So the first thing, have you ever had any type of mental health diagnosis in the past?
No.
Right, have you ever been on any type of medications for mental health?
I'm on medication right now, so
For mental health?
for anxiety,
Okay. And then in the past, have you ever used any type of controlled substance?
yes,
All right. And what type of substances?
marijuana and meth.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to set the bond at $5,000. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. There's to be a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. And there is to be 60 sober meetings in 60 days. And Ms. Ferguson, on this case, I need this set for a contested hearing in 20 days, please.
The 10th.
All right, so your contested hearing will be June 10th. If it turns out it's not contested counsel, then it won't be contested.
Yes, Your Honor. Duly noted.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ready to go?
Vashawn, Teresa Ferris is June 10th for a contested hearing. Sorry, let me put those, I'm sorry, I didn't put the paper clip on for you. All right, who's here on Lori Ann Valdez? And after that, it will be Richard Murmia. All right, counsel, where are we on discovery?
I have discovery on the case I was originally appointed on, which ends in 019. 005187. I was just appointed on the second case to take over from Hector Garza today.
Okay,
I'll request discovery this afternoon. Should see it. I'm gonna meet with my client on Sunday afternoon. Wanted to see if we could come back Tuesday or Wednesday. I have an offer that may result in.
all right. So we can bring you back on Tuesday, the 27th.
It's fine.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, Lori Valdez recalled for May 27th for disposition.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a seat, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
You want to put me in line.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
All right, who's here on Murmia?
There you are.
Thank you. All right, are we here for sentencing?
That's correct.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 003-665 State versus Richard Anthony Murmia. Can I have parties announced?
Pertaining to the state of Texas. I'm reporter for Mr. Maramia.
And are you Mr. Murmia?
Mr. Mayor.
All right, so you entered into a plea on May 19th of no contest. According to the plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. Just one moment. Yes. All right, so was your client able to get in touch with behavioral health? I know you were in trial.
No, Judge, I have not had the opportunity. I've been in trial.
Okay. All right.
It was actually reset for today too, because they were gonna have a,
We also had set it up today because the victim indicated Monday when it was made that he wanted to come in as a mixed human, but unfortunately he didn't show up, so we're just gonna proceed without him.
All right. So the reason why I wanted him to speak with behavioral health, it appears that there are some mental health issues that are going on. Both of you all have talked to me about the home situation and everything that's going on with that. So what are you all suggesting so that he can be successful as far as conditions? I know this is between two brothers where everybody lives at the mom's house or the grandmother's house and brings problems with them.
Maybe, or. Ultimately, not the court.
Well, I will tell you, the mental health court, if you all want to see if mental health court will take him, I will go ahead and sentence him today. We can do a referral to mental health court. If they accept him, they only do pretrial diversions. You can let them know that I've said that if they accept them, you can file a motion for new trial. And if the state has no objection to your motion for new trial, I'll grant it. And he'll be in the mental health court.
Okay.
Probation, what do you suggest? Okay. All right, we're gonna go off the, we're gonna go off the record for a moment. Let me ask you, we're back on the record. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So,
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Richard Anthony Mermel,
All right, so how old are you?
25, gonna be 26.
So tell me about yourself. Have you had any mental health treatment?
Been on mental health treatment since elementary school through the current years.
Okay, and do you know what for?
ADHD, bipolar, schizoaffective disorder, and PTSD.
All right, and was Child Protective Services ever involved in your life? So you're staying with your mom or your grandmother?
So my grandmother,
And how long have you been staying there?
I had just got out from a detention stay about a good 8 months ago. I stayed there for a good 8 months. I stayed there out there in the field for 8 months and then I came back.
Okay, and what is your source of income?
I need to go find employment.
Okay. Have you ever received any type of SSI or anything on that?
I have received disability before. We're trying to get that back. My grandparents are trying to work on that.
All right, do you have any children?
No.
Okay. All right, any suggestions, Ms. Abrams?
It's really hard to suggest that they're still living in the same household.
Mm-hmm.
We can do the evaluations, the mental health evaluation, and that maybe anger management. As stated below the line.
I didn't want to do.
I don't have any other.
All right, this is a suggestion I have. Let's see how long it takes, because a MIC evaluation will definitely take longer than a referral to mental health court. Let me place him on probation, have him do the mental health court evaluation. I'll sign that today. And Mr. Porter, if you can go across the hall or speak with Ms. Ferguson to see how soon they can get that done, and let them know that if he is accepted, we will do a motion for new trial. It appears that the state is not going to be objecting to the motion for new trial. And then they will be able to give him the services that he needs.
And Judge, I can ask for an expedited MIC evaluation. I just don't know how quickly
Okay.
that could be done.
All right, so we'll do, I tell you what, we'll do the MIC evaluation and a referral to mental health court.
To make a facility or is it a clinic?
No, the MIC evaluation will be done at the jail.
Okay.
We'll recall you back in 2 weeks. But if everything is done before 2 weeks, we'll have you back before then.
Mm.
So the MIC is a mental health caseload. you're out and about in the free world,
Okay.
but there is a specific probation officer who has been qualified or certified to work with people who have mental health issues.
So,
The mental health court is not with probation, it's a court. And in that court, again, you're out and about.
Okay.
And they help you with getting a case managers to address your mental health
I've been to
issues.
this.
Hmm?
I think I've been to this before, mental health court.
Okay,
So,
all right, so what yes. Well, let's see, well, they have to do the mental health evaluation first, so we'll see how the MIC evaluation goes. We'll see how it goes over there. And we'll recall it in 2 weeks. So these are gonna be your conditions. 6 years deferred adjudication. There's a $1,500 fine probated. Affirmative finding of family violence. For now, I'll do the no contact with Darrell, Darrel Mermea. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment within 60 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
so,
No unsupervised contact or residing with minors. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. Once he completes anger management, that will be deemed satisfied. In custody, there will be a MIC evaluation, a referral to mental health court, and a TAP evaluation. Follow all recommendations. And field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing, thanks.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record, Norm, I need a 2-week reset date.
Yes.
And you can put it in there as a status for mental health court.
Yes, ma'am, I can do it on the.
Which one do you prefer?
June 3rd.
Third.
All right, so we're gonna be back on June 3rd. And Mr. Porter, if you'll let them know, because sometimes they will say they're not accepted because they're on probation, let them know we'll do a motion for new trial. All right, we'll see you back on June 3rd.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, just a minute. Just 1 second. Let me put this in the system.
If I get a hold of. Yeah, we amended. And me, Yes, and the.
Yeah.
That's actually, what have been made by James? You said he was going to be on.
All right, you needed something?
Judge,
Yes.
this is the case, I don't know if you wanted to step out or discuss it, the case that's John Kuntz's client that he was talking to.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So.
So if you'll give me the
So,
The alternate amending.
so I haven't had him sign, but Sean said she wanted you to review it first
Okay.
to see if you want to add anything else or change.
All right.
And then I'll have him sign right now.
All right. Let me just put this in the system.
Okay.
Pause. Oh, I see.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, who is here on Samuel Ramirez? Is this contested? Good afternoon. All right,
It's an NPR, Your Honor.
is it contested or not?
Well, we in agreement, we're ready to proceed on being true to the allegations, but we're not in agreement with the
Outcome.
correct.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 3263 State versus Samuel Ramirez. Can I have parties announce?
Rick Peña for the state of Texas.
Alfredo Ortiz for the defendant, Samuel Ramirez, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Ramirez? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Samuel Ramirez who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 3263 for the offense of assault, family, household, impeding breath or circulation on November 7, 2022 for a period of 3 years? Is that you? You're gonna need to speak up. All right, state.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, we're here this afternoon on the state's motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Sorry, maybe I'll put this for 1 second.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you may proceed.
Violation of condition number 4.
Just 1 second. Guys, we're on the record, so if you could not talk behind the court reporter because it makes it difficult for her to hear. All right, you may proceed.
Yes, sir. Violation of condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Samuel Ramirez, then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of July, August, October, and November 2024, and violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
We'll waive the remaining violation, Your Honor.
Any objection to the state's waiver?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there proposed agreement? State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, state's requesting 2 years imprisonment. This in TDC.
Your Honor, we're asking for the court to alter and amend the conditions of probation. Mr. Ramirez realized that he made a bad mistake of not showing up for probation. He had transportation problems, but he acknowledges that he should have gone to probation. When he was arrested on this case, Your Honor, the victim on the case is the complaining witness is his sister. He was living with his sister and his mom. After this incident, he moved out and went to live with his dad, which, mom and dad are divorced. And that was kind of one of the problems that arose, Your Honor, which Mr. Ramirez has mental health issues. I believe that he was scheduled to have a make evaluation, which I don't think ever took place. The family confirms that there's serious mental health issues. Mr. Ramirez has problems holding a job. However, Mr. Ramirez, which he's in court here with Mrs. Ramirez, they're separated, they're divorced, but they're both here. He has
What is
He's-
his relationship with Amanda Ramirez?
brother and sister.
Okay.
And she doesn't want him to go to prison. None of the parents want him to
So
go.
why is he not reporting? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Samuel Ramirez.
Why are you not reporting?
I had communication unavailable.
I'm sorry, what?
I had communication unavailable.
What do you mean you had communication unavailable?
Just cellular communication unavailable.
I'm sorry, what?
Cellular communication unavailable.
What do you mean? You did not have a cell phone? So why didn't you report to probation and let them know? You could have got on the bus and went to probation. No, I'm trying to figure out why I shouldn't revoke you. What have you done since you've been on probation?
And
No, have you done anything? Let's start with this. All right, we know you didn't report because you said you did. Have you had employment?
no, but I've been searching.
I'm sorry, what?
No, but I've been searching for employment.
All right, so that's been since 2022. So you haven't had employment since 2022 and you've been searching for employment? All right, did you do any of your community service hours?
Yes, ma'am.
So you've done some community service hours, or you go somewhere and you work for free. You've done that?
I believe it was paid off.
All right, did you pay that because you didn't have employment? Who paid that for you?
Off.
All right. So did you complete the hostility and aggression course? Did you abide by field visits?
No, in person. Oh,
So-
is it include visits?
Field visits,
Yes.
that's where people come out to your house. No, I mean, did probation come out to your house and visit you? All right. So, I mean, he hasn't done anything since 2022 and it's 2025.
And I think it goes back to the mental health issues, Your Honor.
Well, I mean, how can anybody help him if he doesn't show up to be helped?
Yes, well, you remember additionally, at the beginning of this month, we picked up 2 new charges there at large and unindicted cases for assault, choking second, and aggravated assault with deadly weapon.
The complainant, the alleged victim on that incident, Your Honor, is Mr. Ramirez. He decided not to, he doesn't want to file any charges against his own son. He doesn't want him to go to prison either.
Well,
He's in court here also this morning, he's been here this morning, all morning.
all right, I'll hear from his father, but my problem is he hasn't done anything. Nobody can help somebody if they won't even do the minimum, and the minimum is showing up. And he hasn't done anything on probation. And maybe part of the problem is the family, instead of having him do his community service hours, they're paying for it. I mean, if you want to call him as a witness, I'll keep an open mind and listen to him.
I'm not trying to say defense is not being truthful, but we can't verify as well ourselves on our end who the victims of those cases are, because the cases being so new, they're not.
Oh, no, that's fine. I just want to, if he wants to come and testify,
I'll call Mr. Ramirez to the,
all right. Hello. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. I'm a little hard of hearing also.
Okay, no problem. You can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Efren Ramirez.
All right, what do you want to tell me about your son?
He's been a good son until a couple of years ago when he started changing, isolating himself.
not talking to friends, not talking to family, not going out, not communicating. I miss my son, but he used to be. And he's not there. So we're seeking for help, you know?
Let me ask you this, has he always looked like this?
No,
I mean, buffed up and everything?
his smile is gone.
No. I mean, his body type. Has his body type always been like that?
He's been exercising since he was pretty young.
No. But the body that I'm seeing right now, is that the way his body has always been of late? When did his body start being that way where he's super muscular? And let me just tell you where I'm going with this. Let me tell you where I'm going with this. Has he been using steroids?
Not to my knowledge, and I always asked him. He wasn't this big. When he was exercising, he was very lean and muscular. But in the last 6 months or so, he stopped exercising and just eating and not doing anything.
So he hasn't been exercising and he's still built that way
Yeah, he's been
in
eating.
6 months.
He's been eating a lot.
Well, I mean, if he shouldn't be that muscular then.
Again, I work and we have weights at home. And for me to find out if he was doing exercise.
Miss, I'm sorry, you're gonna have a seat. Yeah.
I know that he loves exercising and he loves eating. But as far as steroids or any other kind of muscle enhancement, I don't know. I don't think so.
All right, just one moment. Deputy Laura? Can scroll up on that. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So to my knowledge, he hasn't been using anything. He's just big. He's been big.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
Have you tried to attempt to get medical treatment for your son?
Yes, I need to go to a health facility and I talked to the director and the director was willing to help. But unfortunately, it was impossible for us to make him come to this facility. And the director said that the only way that she would be able to help is, again, if he was back in here or back in jail, then she will come and request to give him some sort of help.
And when the state says that he had an altercation on May the 3rd, are you the person that involved in that altercation?
And the last altercation?
Yes.
Yes.
And that was with your son?
Yes.
Do you want him to go to prison?
I don't want him to go to prison. I want him to get the help needed.
And if the judge decides to give him one more chance and place him back on probation, are you willing to ready to help your son some way?
Always.
And you own a business, correct?
I do.
And you at one point your son worked for you?
Not only work, but I train him to do what I do for a living.
And is that something that you will consider also if the judge puts him back on probation?
Yes, I would.
I'll pass the witness.
Any questions?
Yes. I'm sorry, so I didn't catch your first name?
My name?
Yes.
Efren.
Efren. I'll just call you Mr. Ramirez. Is that
I
okay?
can.
I'll just call you Mr. Ramirez. Is that
Yes,
okay?
that's fine.
Okay, well, Mr. Ramirez, has your son ever assaulted your daughter before?
That was the first time that I know of.
Okay. And has he ever been violent or assaulted with you?
I was a little confrontational, I guess, but never physical.
Never physical. So has he ever attacked you with weapons?
No.
Has he ever tried to choke you?
No. I mean, not really. I mean, no, that I know, that I can recall.
Okay, so the incident that you were trying to describe earlier, that happened at the beginning of the month. Can you describe that a little bit more? What happened that day?
he had one episode where I guess he wasn't able to control himself because I brought a friend home and he wasn't happy about that. And
What
I
did he do
just,
then? So what did he do then, if he wasn't happy about that?
I'm sorry,
What did he do then if he wasn't happy about that?
he threw some furniture on the floor. And I just told him that, you know, what the issue was, and he wasn't communicating with me, so I don't know what was going on with him.
Okay, so what happened after he threw the furniture?
He threw me on the floor, and I told him that if that was a way for him to release that anger, you know, I didn't care, that he will always be my son and I will always love him.
I understand, but you said he threw you on the floor?
Yeah.
How did he throw you on the floor?
I'm sorry?
How did he go about throwing you on the floor?
Well, I can't recall exactly, but
Well, let me help you out here. Did he grab you
yes.
with both hands?
I can't recall, but I know that I was on the floor.
Okay, so he grabbed you and somehow you ended up on the floor.
Right.
Okay, what happened after he threw you to the floor?
He punched me.
Punched. How many times did he punch you?
I cannot recall.
Where did he punch you?
In the face.
How many times? Or excuse me, was it open hand or closed fist?
Again, I cannot recall.
Okay, did he do anything else after that?
Roll around and I started defending myself.
Okay, so you wrestled for a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you do to defend yourself?
Just tried to push him away from me.
Were you able to do so?
Yes.
Okay, and what happened after you pushed him away from you?
He just got up and left, and I was left there.
Okay, you left what, the home?
Yes.
And what's the address of that home? Your address.
My address.
With your wife?
Again, only raising his voice, or just, you know, being tough, but nothing like that.
So he's been tough to your wife?
Just trying to control
Objection,
her,
Your Honor.
but
He has
never
no
physical.
personal, objection, Your Honor. He has no personal knowledge about what's happened to the
About
wife.
his own-
They don't
Well,
live together.
Well, the foundation has to be laid if he has seen anything.
Seen any time?
No,
Okay,
I haven't.
all right. You testified earlier that if the judge granted him probation again, gave him a second chance, he would try and give him the help that he needs.
Yes,
But why couldn't that help be given to him before?
because he wasn't willing to get the help. So I do one sort of a plan or a recommendation to get him the help he needs.
And you think he'd be willing to do that now?
I cannot tell you, I cannot tell the future. I want him to,
You're wanting him to, but you don't know if he wants to, is what you're saying.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay. I have no further questions. I'll pass the witness.
Any questions?
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor, but I do want to call Mrs. Ramirez to.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming in and giving me some insight into your son. Thank you.
Mr. Ramirez?
All right. Do you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Lisette Ramirez.
All right. You may proceed. Yes.
If it helps her, she can put her bag on.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
All right. You'll need to keep your voice up so that the court reporter can hear and so that I can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What do you want to tell me about your son?
My son is a wonderful son. My son changed after my divorce. Unfortunately, I am responsible to see my son go down this way.
So what is his issue?
My son.
How old is he?
angry. My son is just turned 29 and here last week. I truly believe that I have a great son and he needs to let that anger go. And he can be productive in this life and be useful to people like I am. I take care of elderly people every day. I love people. And I know my children, I have 2 other daughters, and they are professionals, RN, and one in finances. So my son always wanted to be a good sportsman. That's why you see them build up this way. He was about, I think it's been like about 6 to 7 years when he worked on his own, no drugs, no nothing, just eating right on. He never liked fast food. He was always cooking and doing the best he could at home. Between siblings, they have always fights. Of course, he is a big guy. But in his mind, he's always had a future for him.
Okay, but you understand, yes, siblings fight, but you understand he's on deferred adjudication for choking his sibling, choking his sister.
I understand that.
So how old are his sisters?
Amanda is now 23,
Mhm.
and Dana is 27.
All right, so he's 29 years old. It is not as though he is a 12-year-old or a person in high school who doesn't understand that his parents, their marriage didn't work out, they got a divorce. So I'm trying to figure out why this 29-year-old person who's standing before me, and he's been on probation since 2022, so that'll put him at 27 or maybe 26. Why is it a 26-year-old cannot report to probation, cannot do his community service hours? And he told me he didn't do his community service hours. His father paid it off for him at $7.25 per hour. So he hasn't done anything on probation. The only thing he has done, based upon the testimony that I've heard, is perhaps, and I'm not taking it as 100% true, but perhaps pick up new charges. That's all he's done. And they're violent charges. And the violence he has is against people who he claims that he loves. I'm assuming he loves them. So I don't understand. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. And the fact that you are divorced and maybe he took divorce hard, he's 29 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out why this is happening.
So I want to give you an example. Lately, he was living with his dad, but when he was living in my house, I gave him a present for Christmas. It was a nice scarf and a picture of him and I together on the good times. And when I entered his room, my son switched the picture and it was the family together. When he was younger, we were at the Dodgers stadium because we live in California. So I knew that my son, who is hurting, is still hurting, has that anger that we're not together as a family. His sisters move up and he stayed behind. I guess we weren't enough supported to my son when he needed it the most. My son is depressed. He doesn't get out like any 20-year-old. Everybody wants to go out party, not my son. My son is in a dark room or either on his phone, watching TV. Nothing motivates my son. This is not normal. I truly believe there is something that my son needs that needs to be balanced in life. And I'm sure there is something out there. I am praying to God that there is, because my son does not believe in jail. I am asking for help. I'm devoted to take care of people. So I'm not expecting, but I'm hoping that my son gets to be somebody. I've been contacting people about what is it called, Dianetics, to see what can benefit my son, reading a book that can lift my son so that he can be somebody, improve the world, that he can be whatever he wants to be in this world.
Are you willing to accept your son into your house?
I love my son, and I cannot see my son on the street begging for money when he has a home, when he has parents that can fight for him.
All right, so let me just stop everybody right here. If I even continue him on probation, let me just tell you what, he's not gonna be living with you. He's not gonna be living with your husband because that hasn't worked out. And everybody, what it appears to the court is you, your husband are treating him like the little boy in the photo that you're bringing up. That's a 29-year-old grown man who has not done anything. He got his father paying his community service hours off for him instead of him paying it. So he hasn't done anything. So if I were to continue him, and I'm not saying because I haven't made a decision yet, the whole thing with him living with you and living with his father or living with his sisters, that's off the table. That won't be happening. Because he needs to get a job. He needs to take responsibility for his own action, and 0 people can help him if he don't pick up the phone. He hasn't called probation in 2 years.
I understood that his father took him several times to the appointments. I don't know that his father had a complete view of when the appointments.
No, but see, here's the thing. That's the thing. You and his father are acting like you all are on probation. You're not. It is not his father's job to see that he gets to the probation office. He's 29 years old. And let's say when he started on probation, he was 27 or 26. It's not like he's 18. And when you come to this court and you're 18, you're an adult, but I understand, it's an 18-year-old. Maybe their brains are not fully developed about the consequences of their choices. He knows the consequences of his choices. And you all are still acting as though I should have done this for him. I should have done. At some point, guess what? It is no longer your fault. At some point, these are choices that he's making. Is he going to be 55 years old and you all are coming up in here 90 or however old you're going to be saying, you know what? He's still, it's the breakup that we had. He still can't handle it. At some point, his choices are his own. It's not anybody else's choices. It's not his dad's choice. It's not your choice. And what I can tell you is, if I were to continue him on probation, he's not living with you. He's not living with his father. He's a grown man. Y'all may continue. So I just wanted to cut you all off from that train of thought that he's going to be going back living with his parents, because that's going to be a big no. So you may continue.
I just wanted to tell you that my son, at one point, he was on an anxiety pill. That was when he was in his teens. Of course, as he grew older, he didn't take the pill anymore. I do have, unfortunately, I have in my family depression, and I have schizophrenia, and I have epilepsy. So I know there's somewhere in the line some imbalance for my son to be acting this way. It's not just we're making it up or we're trying to cover up my son.
All right.
I just wanted to bring it to your attention.
No, I appreciate your insight. State, any questions?
Mrs. Ramirez?
Yes.
A few questions for you, if you don't mind. You mentioned earlier that you believe this all began when you had a divorce, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember what year it was you got divorced?
I got divorced, I believe, in 2011.
2011, okay.
Yeah.
So you feel he's been acting this way since 2011?
It's slowly but surely it has, I think, it slowly but surely got up there.
Okay. When did you notice it started to increase?
I started to notice when my son came back to San Antonio, because he had left after college to Oklahoma and came back.
Did he come back? Do you remember the year?
I can't remember the year.
That's fine. You mentioned earlier that you feel that he's depressed.
Yes.
When did you first notice that?
I noticed when, like I said, he came back from Oklahoma, he got a job, and then he had a very nice car, and he had an awful accident. Well, my son fainted over here by the airport, and his car got totaled. And
Do you think the accident had something to do with his mental state as well?
could it be?
Okay. Did you ever try and get your son help?
Well, he went to a cardiologist and they checked him up really quick, but was nothing like really
Well, I'm sorry.
mental.
Okay, I was about to say, I should have probably asked it better way. Did you ever try and get your son help for his mental health issue in the past?
Well, by that time, my son was already growing. I couldn't take him by the hand.
Did you
That's the
suggest
issue
anything?
we're having.
All right, but did you ever suggest to him that maybe he could use some mental health help?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Has he ever formally been diagnosed with depression by a doctor or anything
No.
like that?
No,
Okay. Has he ever been aggressive with you in any way, physically?
no.
Okay. I'll pass the question.
Well, I got just one question. Has he ever been aggressive with other people in the
No,
community?
no neighbors, no nothing, not even the policeman when he came to pick him up, nothing.
No further questions.
All right, thank you so much for coming in
Thank
and talking
you.
with me. All right, any other questions?
Nothing from the school.
All right. All right, you're asking that he be continued in state. What are you requesting?
Based on the new charges, based upon what you just heard, this case, we're asking for 2 years prison.
All right, and probation, what is probation's recommendation?
Judge, the recommendation on the court summary is for revocation.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty, revoke. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Amanda Ramirez, therapeutic community, $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. 2 years in the prison, and the court will give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right, you have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction and affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, the state asked for 2 years. I would have given you 8 because you have done absolutely nothing on probation. You're 29 years old. It's not your parents' fault. It's nobody's fault but your own. At some point in time, if you had a difficult childhood, it's like how many more years or how old must you be till it gets to the point where these are your choices, they're not your parents. You're 29. Your parents are divorced. Guess what? They're not getting back together. This is not like a Disney movie where something went weird and the parents are going to come together and decide they love each other. Not going to happen. They're not getting back together. You're going to have to accept that and move on. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Who is here? Luis Roque.
I am Judge.
Do you mind if I see my phone?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
And is this with the interpreter?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right.
Would you like him before the bench?
Oh, yeah, I need your client.
Yes.
And probation, there's no application. Court is calling 2025 CR 004663. State versus Luis Alberto Luna Roque. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Gallery from state.
Paul Acevedo for the defense.
We have an interpreter present. If you can raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Your Honor, the interpreter's name is Jorge Valle.
All right. Mr. Roque, all of the documents that I'm going to review with you are in English. Were those documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
Counsel, do you speak Spanish?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you speak it fluently?
I feel I do, Your Honor. Some people may beg to differ, but
All right, and were you able to go over these documents with your client?
yes, I was.
Yes.
Beep, beep. All right, Mr. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Rope, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Rope, did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, off the record for one moment. All right. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Rope, did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
All right, did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I feel he does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I feel he was. It is.
All right, Mr. Roque, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
Can you ask the question again? He didn't understand.
Has anyone placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Has anyone coerced you to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a US citizen?
No.
Counsel, did you confer with him the impact this plea will have on his immigration status?
Yes, I have.
All right, Mr. Roque, do you understand by entering into this plea, you can be revoked? I'm sorry, you can be deported and not allowed to re-enter into the United States?
Yes.
Did you have ample opportunity to speak with your attorney about the immigration consequences of entering a plea?
Yes.
All right, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to a jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 96 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's a $500 fine and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
That is the plea agreement as we understand it, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No motions, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
No objections.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there would be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, Mr. Roque has been incarcerated since the onset of this matter. He's accepted responsibility and would like to ask the court to consider the plea bargaining agreement.
All right, as previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 96 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's a $500 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. The court will give you credit for any time served,
Thank you, Judge.
and there's to be no re-entry into the United States. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Might be excused.
Yes. Who's here on Carlos White? All right, thank you. Hi, counsel.
Hi. So Mr. White, was said today, we were here about 2 weeks ago. The court did do a referral for a, mental health PTD. Andrew evaluated the case and also has now agreed to the mental health PTD program. I did, while we were sitting here, send a follow-up email to Michelle, Star, Salazar, Andrew, and Sally, Uncofer, and Bianca to see what else needs to be done for him to be evaluated and hopefully get into that program.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you check on that and see how long it's gonna take? Yes.
Yeah. I'll check, see if they.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right,
I mean.
so let's do this. Norma, let's recall this for the beginning of June, since it was referred on May 9th, and then that'll give everybody a chance to check on the status of where it is.
That sounds perfect.
It's June 5th. That's a Thursday. Is that good for you, counsel?
It should be, let me just double check. Yeah, sure, why not? That works for me.
All right. All right, so we'll come back on June 5th for an update on that. Is there anything else?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes.
Hi,
Hi.
James Cody Davis. I talked to Mr. Davis, Ms. Megan has been.
Oh, you need to have them pull the file for me.
Will you pull the J. Kobe Davis file?
All right, who's here on Dominique Grant?
Is the attorney, I don't think she's present, you'll still go right now.
All right, who's here on Jonathan Bebe? And after Jonathan Bebe, then it will be Cody Davis.
I'm here on Bebe, Karen.
Is there an application on this?
Yes,
All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 004763 State versus Jonathan Bebe.
BB.
All right, could I have parties announced?
Andrew Harris, Salem State.
Adrian Pettis for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Bebe?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Bebe, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication
Yes,
with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the at court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is this an application for community supervision?
Regular
Deferred?
probation,
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Judge.
No problem.
Is that form sufficient?
Yes, that's good.
Thank you.
Did you have did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain?
Yes,
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to assist you with his defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the document? The plea bargain page?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility, and that the state is recommending community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, Your Honor.
State, any evidence?
The offense exhibit 1 and attached.
No, no objections, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and court will review the same. All right. Okay, it happens. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what made you think that you could outrun the police when the police is in a vehicle? That's never going to end well.
Yeah,
And then,
it was a bad decision, Your Honor.
and then you tried to jump an 8-foot fence?
Oh,
That's not going to work. So what's going on with your life? Why are you running from the police? Tell me about yourself.
I guess I was just afraid of arrest, Your Honor. Guess I shouldn't have ran. And looking back, I definitely regret it.
So let me ask you this. It says in the police report that he has another charge. Has that charge been taken care of?
I don't believe there to be any other active charges. Do you have a misdemeanor? All that's gone? I think he had a misdemeanor at a time, but
Well-
it says nothing.
In the report, police report, there says there was a larceny state on this case. Do you all know what's happening with the report? They said that the reason why they ran him and they discovered he has a larceny charge out of Bexar County in the police report. Because I don't want you to think that you're getting out if there's something else holding you.
Right.
Because then the staff starts getting all these phone calls from relatives. Why is my baby still,
Right.
in jail? But it says that he had an active warrant with Bexar County Sheriff's Office for larceny, theft 100 to, but less than 750. So do we know if that's still open?
Let me ask the state, that would be a misdemeanor theft, 100 to 750?
Give me a moment, Your Honor, I'll check our case management system.
All right, and I can tell you on the narrative, it's paragraph 2. All right.
I'm pretty sure we had it dismissed, but let's just double check with the state if you don't mind, Judge.
All right, if you'll have a seat and let me take care of Mr. Hayek's case very quickly
Okay.
while they look for that. James Cody Davis. Hello.
Hi, Jen.
All right. So on this case, counsel, there was a plea deadline date and cause number 2024 CR 012793. So then there is a new case 2025 CR 006038 for unauthorized use of a vehicle. So where are we?
I hate to admit being confused over the cases he has, but that's it. I conferred with the district attorney, that's Megan, brought that offer to my client, who says no. He wants a bond reduction, he wants me to remove myself
All
from his
right.
case.
So with regards to a bond reduction, there's an affidavit to surrender surety because they said that you were not complying with your bond agreement with them and that you were in the Bexar County Jail because you picked up a new case. So what I can tell you is legally, when you pick up a new case, the court does not have to give you a bond. All right. So where we are now is you had a plea deadline date on March 31st. So you can confer with your attorney. If you want to accept the plea bargain agreement that's given to you, the court will accept it today. If you do not wish to accept that, then what's going to happen is this is going to be set for jury trial. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you're going to be pleading open to the court. And what I can tell you, your jury trial will be set no later than the first week in June. So you can discuss that with your attorney. All right, so if you all will discuss that and come back, thank you. All right, Jonathan Beebe. And do we have an update on that?
Yes, Judge. The theft case
Mhm.
seems to be policy number 7233. My mistake, 723223 and.
I'm sorry, 723.
223, and it was dismissed for further investigation. And there is an evading arrest that arose out of this same criminal episode that is also dismissed. If you'll give me a few more moments, I may be able to find out why.
Okay. But those are the only cases that he is showing in Bear County on your system?
Correct.
All right, so while he looks through that, I will sentence you. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
What are their ages?
I have 6 children total, 4 under 18.
No, what are their ages?
Okay, 19, 18, she's graduating this Saturday.
Okay,
Middle schoolers 13. I also have an 8-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 3.5-month-old.
all right, and an update state?
The evading arrest case was dismissed for missing witness.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Missing witnesses, the missing witness in the evading case is an officer. Is he missing? But okay. So-
Maybe he was missing, I don't know, maybe the DA checked the wrong box, but.
Okay. All right, so I see here, you're on, this is the possession. How often have you used drugs?
Weekends, off and on. After a long work week, I guess.
And what,
Fridays,
and how do you, what do you do for a living?
field fence construction,
And how long have you been doing that?
like 10 years.
All right, and do you live with your children or no?
Yes.
And has your wife been using?
No,
How do you know?
she doesn't do anything. No drinking, no smoking, no nothing.
So why are you doing that?
I'm being an idiot.
Mhm. And is she employed?
Yes.
All right, so let me just tell you, I'm sure she would like to be able to blow off stress, but she can't because she's taking care of children.
Right.
Whereas maybe you work during the week and then on the weekend, she can't depend on you because you're using. That's gonna have to stop. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. Sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minders, 90 sober meetings in 90 days, no unsupervised contact with minors, TAP evaluation out of custody. Probation, once TAP is completed, we'll start with intensive outpatient treatment. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else? 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. Now, you have a lot of children.
Yes, sir.
You know how children learn. They imitate people, right? That's how they learn.
I'm ashamed.
I don't think you want any of your children to start using, do you?
No, no.
So let me just give you a word of advice. Instead of blowing off steam, or you had a long day at work, instead of having cocaine, take the children and your wife out on a picnic or something. Take them to the park. The park is free. And that's where you can blow off steam. Include them in activities, fun, safe activities, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Thank you, Your
welcome.
Honor.
Thank you.
Hi, buddy. Good luck to you. Take care.
Okay.
Tremendous.
Who is here on Dominique Grant?
We are signing paperwork right now.
Okay,
So some of the things I was gonna approach on for now, not this.
okay, all right, thank you. So that's gonna be a plea. Thank you, that's gonna be the plea. That one's done. Who's here on Christopher Stanton? Hi.
This client was set obviously for this morning and he has not appeared. I haven't been able to contact.
All right, Deputy, Lahia, Deputy Laura, can you make an announcement for Christopher Scott Stanton, please? Let me pull him up on the system. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 004713, State versus Christopher Scott Stanton. Can I have parties announce?
Andrew Harris, state on the state.
Lauren left in for Mr. Stanton.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 3:51 p.m. The defendant did not answer docket this morning, did not answer this afternoon. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
In the hall, Your Honor.
All right, defense, any idea where your client is?
No, Your Honor, I'll keep attempting to contact him and will ask if I'm able to bring him to court in a reasonable time. Would the court consider recalling any warrants that may be issued?
Yes. State, this appears to be a commercial bond.
Forfeit the bond, issue a warrant.
All right, that will be granted. The court will issue a bond forfeiture, remand your client without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Who is here on Joseph Alman or Alman?
He's in, jail judge, the defense counsel is in shop room 399.
Okay,
He's asking for it to be recalled tomorrow.
all right. Deputy Laura, we'll recall him tomorrow.
No, I got it.
Number, what page is Alma on? Oh, I found it. Sorry about that.
No.
Sometimes it's easy to see, sometimes it's not.
Yes.
It's a probation.
All right, are y'all ready on Cody Davis?
No, not at all, Your Honor. All right.
All right, no problem. They'll be ready on that one shortly. All right, Stephanie Luna, is she on bond or not?
She is, in custody, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah, she's in custody.
All right, that's going to be recalled on May 27th. Defense counsel is on vacation. Are y'all ready on Aris Mendez?
This is my last one, and I'll leave. From.
It's always nice seeing you. All right, on this case, where are we on the discovery?
We have, signed as discovery acknowledgement, and we actually are here for a plea. We have an agreed probation.
Ah, okay, I'm looking at the wrong case.
Oh, did I answer to the
No,
wrong?
no, you
Oh,
didn't
okay.
do it wrong. I just didn't know these cases were connected.
Oh, he has a lot of.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0033908 State versus Jesus Ignacio Aris Mendez. Could I have parties announced?
Andrew Harrison, State.
Lauren Lipton for Mr. Aris Mendez.
All right, and probation, this is an application. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Aras Mendez, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, waiving count 1 and proceeding on count 2.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with theft of property under 2,500 with 2 or more convictions for purposes of enhancement as a 3rd-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, off the record for a moment. Oh, there it is. Back on the record. I couldn't find where the enhancement were in the indictment. I see that it's printed it on one page. All right, did you understand that if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, we discussed possible defenses.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
Mm.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the
Thank you,
plea,
Your Honor.
you're welcome. Punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. The state is recommending community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 005-992, 2025 PF 09856. There's to be restitution to the complainants in 2025 CR 003-908, 2025 CR 005-992, 2025 PF 09856. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
That is the plea. We just would request a restitution hearing if probation determines that restitution is owed.
All right. State is at the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your probation be for a term of 8 years. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
State Office Exhibit 1 and attachments, Judge.
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations of testimony with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
And do you have the PF number?
He has it was unindicted, but I don't
You may
believe
want to
it's
get that.
tablet. I'll get that before. We figure it out.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we ask you follow the agreement.
All right, anything? Yes, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Not, Mr. Aris Mendez is prepared to be successful on probation. He has a place to live. He has potential employment already in mind. So he does appreciate some of the programs he's participated in the jail to date. And so really is looking forward to this opportunity of not seeing you again.
All right, so why do you continue to steal?
Bad choices I shouldn't be making.
I mean, but no, why are you stealing?
Just being broke at the time, I guess, like, and just not making good choices, doing it like,
Okay,
I really shouldn't have been doing it.
you're mumbling. I cannot hear anything you're saying.
I really shouldn't have been doing it, and I regret doing it. And I just, there shouldn't have been no reason for me to do it, you know?
How many children do you have?
I don't have none.
Okay, that's a good thing. How old are you?
31.
Gang affiliation?
Not that I'm aware.
But he's aware.
No, not no more.
Okay, what was it previously?
Just, they had me down at Lord Home.
Okay. All right, and here's the thing. I understand that sometimes people change their lives, but the reason why I need to know is because there's different types of probation that you have to be on. You understand? Now, if you have to, if you were released, who would you be living with?
With my mom.
Everybody always bring trouble to the mom's doorstep and the grandmother's doorstep.
I would say they let them in.
Oh, they do. Moms always do.
They
You
never
know,
stop being your baby.
no, they don't. But you never hear them saying, "Oh, I'm going to live with my father or my grandfather," because the father and grandfather's like, absolutely not.
That's true.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. Do you think you're going to be successful at this probation?
Yeah, so they started me on a medication inside the jail, Suboxone, and I feel like it really helped me out there.
Okay. All right, take in consideration 2025 CR 005992, 2025 PF 09856. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, gang supervision, proof of employment within 30 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, no residing with minors. So if there are any minors in the household, you're not allowed to reside there. Oh, state, you may be excused. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. In probation, I know that if he's on gang supervision, they will have an intensive supervision. So we can just go with the gang supervision. There's going to be restitution, if any, in 2025 CR 003908, 2025 CR 005992, 2025 PF 09856. And there will be a restitution hearing. State, is 3 weeks enough time? So we'll have the restitution hearing on June 12th. Are you available June 12th?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, there's going to be a restitution hearing on June 12th. TAP evaluation.
Not available today. I
You're not, I'm
apologize. I have
sorry.
The trial setting in Wichita Falls that I have to be at.
When is your trial?
It's on the 11th and the 12th.
All right, we can put it on the 9th or the 10th.
Let's do. The 10th would be great.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, make it June 10th.
Yes, ma'am.
TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations. And MIC evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations. And there's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
Is there anything else you need in order to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. You need to stay in touch with your probation officer. If you have an issue, let them know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. And hey, if you have a chance to sit over and think about this at the jail and you say, you know what, this probation thing isn't for me, you can call probation or call your attorney and let them know that as well. All right? Good luck to you.
If he's still in custody on June tenth, will he?
Oh, we'll
be
take
brought
care of it
over?
then.
And
Yes.
if he's released by then, would he need to be present for that?
Yes, he'll need to be present. Ms. Ferguson, if you can give him a reset form for June 10th.
And the only other question I would ask the court is with the 200 community service hours, if he shows proof of some sort of educational program to better himself, like a trade school.
Yes.
Certificate, would you count that towards
Yes.
the 200 hours?
If he obtains his higher level education or something in a trade school,
Okay.
I will waive the community service hours. I always tell people, you have a choice to make. You can better yourself with the community service hours in this court, or either it's going to get hot in San Antonio. You know, it's always 100 degrees in the summertime, and they will have you picking up trash off the highway.
Oh.
So it's up to you. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes, of course. Please do so.
All right, who's here on Jeffrey Guerrero?
Sure, Your Honor, you can catch Scott Sullivan.
All right, let's bring him up. Hello. All right, is this a plea?
This is a plea.
Is there an application?
There is an application. I hope I filled out the right sheet.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Court is calling 2024 CR 012163 State versus Jeffrey Guerrero. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Scott Sullivan from Mr. Guerrero.
And are you Mr. Guerrero?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Is this an application for deferred adjudication?
And probation, yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Correct.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with arson as a second-degree felony? The range of what is this on this paper?
I'm sorry.
No, there's something on this paper.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay. It's, yeah. Did you understand you're charged with arson as a second-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights, and did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm sorry, Mr. Guerrero, did you understand if the court were to follow your plea bargain agreement, if for any reason the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Guerrero, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? I'm sorry?
Somewhat.
Well, I mean, that's either yes or no.
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State is silent on your applications for deferred adjudication and community supervision. There's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant and River Trail Apartments. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
That is.
State is at the plea. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that there be no contact with the complainant, the relatives of the complainant, and the River Trail Apartments. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Did offer states one an attachment?
Any
No
objection?
objections.
Did you review the waiver? State, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
This one, second. All right, let's go off the record for a second.
and come back from the client with him.
All right, thank you.
When would you like us back, Judge?
Oh, you all want to look it over now, or do you want
Well-
to come back tomorrow?
Can I come back tomorrow? Make sure he goes,
I wanna get over.
she wants to make sure that you don't have a felony. Okay?
Well, I mean, it's a first degree felony.
Yeah.
So if
that's
you all
the
want
way-
to, if you all want to correct the paperwork, you can correct. the
Hold on,
paper-
let me talk to him.
Sure.
But in the indictment, it was pleaded as a habitation.
All right, Norma, Pedro Rodriguez is tomorrow.
Yes.
Anyone else ready?
Still have, Mr.
All right, thank you.
We haven't been sworn in yet, but we'll be ready.
And we still have Mr. Davis.
All right, are you ready on Mr. Davis?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mr. Davis, come on down. Can I see the file on Mr. Davis, please? On that one's done. All right. So y'all want a jury trial?
No, ma'am.
Then,
Okay with me.
I'm sorry, sir, what?
Is it okay if I speak?
Sure.
I'm trying to work something out. It's on this. I can't, there's no communication with me and him. He just calls me a liar and.
Okay, so here's the thing. How old are you?
40 years old, man.
All right, so you're 40 years old. I think, Mr. Hayek, I think you're at least 40. So I do believe that you all can communicate as adults. And I'm gonna ask both of you all, please do not, we would call them in speech class, engage in ad hominem attacks. Let's not do that. So you're saying you want to work something out. Here's the thing, if the state has given you an offer, and if the state says they're not going beyond that offer, then maybe they're not going beyond that offer. Yes.
Okay, they gave me a 15-month.
No.
State jail offer.
No.
And I said, yes, but I wanted to make sure it was signed on both of them. And we went over there and then they came back with a different offer.
So here's the thing. The state,
Not exactly sure what.
all right. So who is the prosecutor you're
Ms.
confirming?
Megan.
All right, so what I can tell you is what your attorney is saying the offer is what the offer is. Sometimes maybe there's a case out there that people have looked up and they just discovered there's another case out there. So that may change the complexion of things or everybody's posture on certain things. So, Ms. Galloway, have you made to Mr. Hayek the state's final offer?
I have, Your Honor, I did give him, it would encompass all of the open cases right now. I did send that.
So there you go.
I didn't get that yet. So the.
Well, she just told you.
So.
So there you go.
Number and then.
So
if it's
if
over with,
you all need to do the paperwork. If you're accepting the state's offer, I can't believe I'm a mediator. I have to start getting paid extra for being a mediator, I guess. So it appears that you all have an agreement. So do the paperwork.
I'm not sure that the defendant understands exactly the offer, like, after reviewing the history and everything, it changed from what you just said to a different offer, so.
All right. So it's a different offer. So this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna tell your client what the different offer is. It is getting late in the day. And we're gonna come back tomorrow and we're gonna, what?
I have a full day seminar, and I prefer not to give another day to. If Megan would just tell them the last.
Oh my gosh.
5 years.
Here's the thing. See, this is the problem. I know you have, where's your seminar?
It's virtual.
All right, so y'all need to be here, counsel, you're gonna need to be here tomorrow at 9 to take care of your client, Mr. Davis. You're gonna get the offer from the state, you're gonna give it to him, tell him what the offer is, and then you all will be back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And you can watch the virtual CLE on your Zoom, depending on what they're covering. This is educational. So Mr. Davis is going to be back tomorrow, and that is the last day that the court will accept a plea in this case. So you all need to be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m.
You're gonna take him out of here. Might as well leave here for 1 second.
You're coming back tomorrow.
No, I don't have any other. I'm sorry, I have nothing else. This one I gave back to y'all because they were, and they have the rest of it.
Yeah.
All right, so Guerrero, do y'all have the other files on, all the other paper on Guerrero?
I gave you that one, I wasn't sure, but we probably need the.
No, I need the, oh, thank
She
you.
get the-
Oh, no problem. It's been a day.
Okay, can I talk?
You don't want to come on?
No, honey, I have.
All right, so we're back on the,
I can't clear up my computer, I can't.
all right, so we're back on the record. And Mr. Guerrero, do you understand that arson that involves a habitation is a first-degree felony? The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you understand if the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? All right. And I've already previously gone over your plea paperwork with you, and you entered a plea of no contest and state you've offered into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments. Is that correct? State, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Mr. Guerrero, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Counsel, if you are asking for a PSI or a TAP evaluation, it's going to take 8 weeks for the court to do that. Or if you would like to come back in a couple of weeks and just bring whatever witnesses you would have, and I would base my decision upon your client's criminal history and whatever evidence is submitted to me. We can call you back in 2 weeks. Which do you prefer?
Okay, just like,
What, to see
I'm
what?
sorry, my teeth are slipping.
That's okay, to see
No,
what.
I was ditching.
No, no, no.
He picked two.
All right, you want to come back in perhaps 2 weeks? All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 2-week reset? And counsel, for the record, you're waiving the PSI and.
Yes, I am.
And Mr. Guerrero, are you waiving the PSI and TAP evaluation? All right.
can do, June 5th or June 9th.
June 5th or June 9th?
You can pick it, yeah.
All right, June 5th.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Madam, excuse John.
You may.
Have a nice weekend.
All right, you too. Hi. I can't see that far without my glasses on. All right, who are the other people in the box and their attorneys are not here? Oh,
I'm here, Judge.
oh, okay.
I'm physically here.
All right.
Arismendi Guerrero.
On this morning.
On this morning.
I'm about to send a SOS for. Yes.
This one you recall for tomorrow. This is since we asked for it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
I'm just trying to look.
All right, thank you. Okay, no problem. All right, who's here on Dominique Grant? Court is calling 2025 CR 0011891 State versus Dominique Grant. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Lorraine Ephraim for Mr. Grant.
And are you Mr. Grant?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Grant, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, waiving the habitual offender enhancement allegation and waiving count one.
Any objection?
No.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in count two, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine or confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Grant, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. Punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison and the state is recommending community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea? State, is that the plea?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No rulings, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead in count 2? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Judge.
No objection.
State, you may be excused.
Thank
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
We just ask that the court please follow the plea agreement. Mr. Grant knows what a beautiful opportunity this is for him.
All right. So do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
They are grown, ma'am. They're in their 30s.
All right, and who do you live with?
I was on housing. I was given SSI benefits,
SSI for what?
disability.
What's your disability?
Diagnosed with bipolar, anxiety, schizophrenic, with insomnia,
All right,
like PTSD.
all right. Have you ever been to prison before?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
I just got out in November. I'm doing a robbery case.
Okay. Court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. I think it's best if we do a mental health evaluation in custody.
Well, we have a plan. I don't know if the court remembers, we were talking about the possibility of a PR bond to Salvation Army.
Yes.
And they actually can take him. And with some assistance, he's
they've agreed they will accept him. If he goes into that program, it's residential. He's not supposed to have any contact with the outside for 30 days. I guess while he's in first part of the rehabilitation program. And we worked pretty hard to get him an opportunity to go there. So I'm not necessarily, I'm just asking for the opportunity for him to be released in order to go into that program that will,
Do you have somebody from there who can say that they've already signed him up? I mean, I trust what you're saying, but I need something signed
okay, well, let me show you what I have.
that they are accepting him. And will they transport him from the jail?
They will accept him. He has IDs. He has identification. This is what I have. This is the most I have, but we went in person and got it yesterday.
All right, well, let's do this. I'm gonna pronounce my sentence. I'm gonna say make evaluation in custody, but let's see if we can get this person here by Zoom. I'm fine with them appearing by Zoom. So it can be a transition. If there's a transition where he goes from the jail and immediately there, and maybe they can pick him up, then I'll do this
Well,
instead.
actually, I understand that the PICU, whatever that is.
Yeah.
That the MAC can assist me in arranging his transport.
Well, let me sentence him and then
Okay.
we can discuss that. And we can
Okay.
set it and make sure that that's in place.
I've never done it myself, but I have colleagues who said, yes, you contact PICU and they will physically arrange the logistics.
All right, so I see Miss Abram is shaking her head. Yes, that can be done. So should I put in the order then that he is to be transported through PICU? All right, so there's gonna be a mental health evaluation that can be out of custody then. And there's gonna be a transfer by PICU only to inpatient treatment at the Salvation Army. Proof of employment or SSI within 90 days of release. $100 of community service restitution. Probation, is there anything else?
Judge, if you want to do a tap evaluation.
Yes, that'll be a TAP evaluation out of custody. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I would like to state that, thank you for giving me the opportunity, also prosecution, that y'all helped me out for real. Y'all really don't know what y'all did. This right here is gonna put me where I need to be at with help.
All
That's
right,
all I was asking from the get-go, y'all.
okay. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor, so I would pick whatever y'all said was the transportation. Y'all gonna take me there?
Yes, they will take you to where you need to be.
Be anytime soon. I'm trying to start the
Yeah.
program.
They'll be able to let you know.
Yeah, they'll get on it quickly. And Judge, I'll say, maybe I should or shouldn't, but the only thing he has said to me from the first moment I met him was, I want help. That's it. And so we're greatly appreciative of this opportunity.
All right, awesome. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Michael Munoz. I think we just have 3 cases left. Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you. Yay. Is there an application on this case?
There's not, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 003786 State versus Michael Munoz. Can I have parties announce?
Second Galloway First State.
Trey Mauer for Mr. Munoz.
And are you Mr. Munoz?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all discovery. Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Munoz, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you can give that to the state. Mr. Munoz, did you review admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with theft of property, 2,500, less than 2,500 with 2 or more previous conviction. As a state jail felony, range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, believe so.
Mr. Munoz, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 90 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. There's a $500 fine. State will take in consideration 2025 PF 14984. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea.
It is.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State Order States wanted to talk.
No objections.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we just ask that the court follow the agreement.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 90 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Taking consideration 2025 PF 14984. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor. I just want to say I believe that my client does have 99 days credit already.
All right, if he has it in there, they're giving him a judgment satisfied. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record, here's the thing. Because you're thirsty, you can't go around taking things that don't belong to you. You're gonna get to the point where this is gonna be a habitual status. You understand? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, court is calling, you're welcome, have a good one, yes. Court is calling 2025 CR 003740, State versus Levanta Patterson. Can I have parties announced?
Brandon for the state of Texas.
Joseph Stateson for Levante Patterson. It should be an E instead of an A.
All right, are you Levante Patterson? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Patterson, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with assault, family, household impeding breath of circulation as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes.
Did you understand if the court, I'm sorry, Mr. Stateson, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. They're taking in consideration 2025 AL 003011. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 8 years. There be 100 hours of community service restitution, the BIPP course, TAP evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Sure, at this time, state offers into evidence, Exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objection.
And state, have you spoken with the complainant?
Yeah,
Thank you. All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it, sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, I have something to add at the appropriate time.
Yes. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge, he's a very young man. He's very remorseful for what happened. He had aspirations to join the military. He's married to the complainant Kennedy. And I believe we anticipate that Kennedy will be filing a divorce suit. I've explained to him the no contact. He cannot contact her. He would have to have an attorney for any divorce suits, but they do not have children. He plans to reside with his family in Florida. He has no family here. He's asking
Where in
for,
Florida? What county?
Dade County.
Okay.
he's asking for probation to transfer to Florida. In the meantime, that could be a delay. Florida has to accept it. He would have to report here. But we're asking if he maybe could have permission to go and report remotely until transfer happens.
I don't think that's allowed. He wants to be transferred to Florida because he has, no.
Main intent, so it tested. That would take up to 45 days.
All right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I had something else.
No problem. Well, I can tell you with regards to being allowed to transfer, there's an interstate compact agreement. And people who are on probation, if you're receiving probation while you're here in Texas, you're not allowed to transfer. All right. Until they review it and decide to accept it. Yes, counsel.
I am court appointed. He's been in jail since the Alton date. He has not worked. He has no means to pay fine court costs up front. He will be asking for a payment plan, but at your discretion, if you could lower any costs for him or probate part of the fine or supervisory fees, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any children?
No,
How old are you?
23.
And what brought you to Texas?
I came with my wife to celebrate her graduation.
And is she in the military?
Yes.
All right.
Active duty in the Navy, I believe.
Here's the thing. If you think someone is being unfaithful to you, you have potentially maybe three choices. One, you don't mention it. You just tolerate it and keep it moving. Or two, you question them about it and they can say, nope, it's not true. Either you accept that or don't. And if you decide to accept it, you move on. But there's no putting your hands on somebody because you think they're cheating. You either accept it and move and stay there, or either you move on. There's no need for violence. And sometimes people are at different places in their life and you feel that maybe with their career, they're leaving you behind and I don't fit in with their group of friends anymore. That's called life. And you just have to move on. You understand? So where's your mom, dad, and everyone?
My mom is currently in Miami. My dad is also military.
Okay. So there's a $1,500 fine that would be probated, 8 years deferred adjudication, taking consideration 2025 AL 003011, affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with the complainant. Is this the only criminal history he has?
There was an incident out in Florida, but he does not have any felony conviction. He's never been to prison. I believe it was something that was resolved a few years ago.
All right, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, GPS waive fees, and that will be partial for employment. Removal of GPS is allowed upon transfer to Dade County. The BIPP course, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. $100 hours of community service restitution. Once the BIPP course is completed, that will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else?
Judge, tell me the term again, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's 8 years deferred adjudication.
If you want field visits, if the county does so.
Yes, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months.
And that's
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right, because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Relationships have their ups and downs, but you're not supposed to get violent with anyone. If you find yourself getting violent with someone or thinking about being violent with someone, then maybe that relationship is not for you and you need to start internally working on yourself. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
We are done. Yay.
Not quite.
Not quite? What do you mean not quite? What? Okay. All right, thank you.
No.